Good morning, everybody. It's great to be with you all. It's Phil Friedman here at Ventura Sportfishing, where we are getting ready to go out and jump on board the Island Spirit. We've got a bunch of great people here with us, and I am so looking forward to this trip because of so many great people. So we are getting ready to go, and the game plan for us is to look for some exotics, first of all, like sea bass, halibut, maybe even a yellowtail. And then, of course, if that doesn't happen, or even if it does happen, we can top off with some rockfish. There is some really great people here. Saul is back behind the counter at Ventura Sportfishing. He's waving at you right now. Saul, perfect. I love it. And we're just stoked to be here. Let me take you down to Ensenada, talk a little bit about bite down in that neck of the woods, and walk you up the coast. Down there in Ensenada, some of the pongeros that I know are still only running about 20 miles to find those big bluefin tuna. Most of that BFT is 40 to over 100 pounds. Some of it is almost 200 pounds. The guys down there in Ensenada are fishing on the troll. Most of all their fish are coming on the troll right now. And once again, just a short run for the boys down there. So that is really, really great news. Now, the San Diego fleet is running down to that same area. It's been really good for some of the guys, and then a little more hit and miss for some of the guys. Like, fish per rod, sometimes a little bit less than that, or just a wide open ripper. And a lot of those big time ripper bites are coming at night. Really good nighttime fishing for some boats. The XL had over 100 bluefin the other night, 40 to 100 pounds, some of them pushing up to 200 pounds. So the grade of fish, spectacular, and a lot of it is on, of course, those knife jigs, Zakana jigs, flat falls. 180 to 300 grams seem to be working best of all. And you definitely, Saul told me this, you definitely want to have a 2-speed reel with 80 to 100 pound. That will really help you to get it done. If you're on a trip that's also fishing in the daytime, and all of you will be, there's some kelp patty yellows down there in that neck of the woods. Most of those fish are like 10 to 15 pounds, and you're going to fish a little bit lighter line. Fluorocarbon works really well, like 30, 40 pound fluoro, and we like Opsin USA. That's www.opsinusa.com. Put in FA at checkout, and you'll get a note from Greg Brown as well as a free gift. So that looks pretty good down there. Weather is not an issue at all. I'm not sure if the guys were off the fish a little bit, or it's just a little bit on the finicky side as water temperatures continue to rebound and head in the right direction. Walking you up the coast and just talking to you about the one-day boats that leave at 6 o'clock in the morning and fish till 6 o'clock at night. Boats like the San Diego, the Liberty, the Grande, down there out of San Diego. They are starting to focus a little bit more attention on the kelp patty yellowtail, which is great because it gives you a chance to get some fish, and then a few of those big tuna during the daytime, but not a lot. Been mostly that kelp patty yellowtail. There in the past has been some big scores on that bluefin tuna, but right now it's kind of picky, just kind of scratching away at that. All right, so let's talk about the coast from Ensenada up to the Channel Islands. A little bit of sand bass, calico bass, a few barracuda, not bad at all. It's not wide open, but just that springtime kind of bite. Water temps go up when you have no wind, and then you get the wind and conditions deteriorate. And when they do deteriorate, when your water temperature drops, that's when you have slower fishing. Dave Jacob in the background there waving at you all right now. Dave, you ready?
I'm ready. Let's go.
All right, Dave Jacob, my student in high school. I always have to bring that up. So the coast, not wide open, but a little bit going on there. Let's talk San Clemente, Catalina, and Santa Barbara Island. Some pretty good halibut fishing at times. In fact, Dan Burns sent me a bunch of photos of some nice halibut on board the El Dorado out of Long Beach Sport Fishing. They've had some good halibut fishing there. We've also seen evidence of sea bass when you're exploiting those squid nests. There's been some pretty good fishing going on with regard to white sea bass and halibut, but overall, it's that kind of thing where it seems like it's going to take off. It seems like it's going to go crazy, and then it just goes backwards because you get a wind, or it's just that early springtime bite. At least that's what it's acting like right now. Even though we're kind of deep into spring at this point, it's acting more like it's kind of just trying to come together. That means that you can see some really good scores and then they back off right away. Lacking consistency. Yo-yo iron on the yellows at Clemente and Santa Barbara Island, so you fish 60-pound on that. Dropper loop rigs, if you can lay your grimy hands on some live squid, if the boys can get it, snag some during the daytime, you can get it or make it at night. Friedman will be out there. We'll be watching them very, very closely. Hopefully they're going to come through with some nice big fish today, and we will be monitoring that situation for you very, very, very closely. So now we move you up to the Channel Islands where we find ourselves today at Ventura Sportfishing. And while the guys have been looking at nice big areas of white sea bass, they don't want to bite. And all these guys who are listening to me right now, we are hoping we're going to change that this morning. We're really hoping that those sea bass will settle down for us and bite. We'll be giving it hell all day long. You want to fish those things with fluorocarbon. That is a great way to get it done. Fluoro's in the 30 to 40 pound range, and the dropper loop with a 6-ounce torpedo at times. You're going to fish a sliding egg sinker. The halibut bite has been pretty darn good up here for some of the boats. Some guys get lucky and get on a nice jag of halibut, and a lot of those white swim baits have been working really, really well. Scott Buchert works on the Ranger 85, and Scott called me up and said, Phil, I know you got a charter, tell all your guys to bring the white swim baits. So everybody who bought a white swim bait, Scott, if that's not the correct thing, I'm going to kill you later on. So once again, some halibut, copious amounts of rockfish. Weather's still good up here. We might get some wind this afternoon on this Island Spirit trip, this Friedman Adventures charter, but it looks like we're going to have a nice calm morning, and I'm all about that. Cody Rogers is our captain, capable, young, aggressive captain, so I am stoked about that. You know, Ventura Sportfishing, really excellent on the customer service, whether it's here in the office or out on the boats. Really fantastic to be here. Saul, he's been helping me a lot, and I just got to meet him, and he is an outstanding guy. 805-676-3474 if you'd like to join the guys here out of Ventura Sportfishing. So the potential looms great for some good fishing. Down south there, that bluefin tuna is big, and it's prevalent. There's a lot of it around. It's been a little bit sporadic for some of the boats, but then it'll kick into gear and everybody will have limits. So it's that kind of stop and go fishing down there in that neck of the woods. Thinking that barracuda bite could manifest itself at any point in time. There's a lot of anchovy in the coastal region, so we'll be watching that for you very, very closely also. And again, as we look at Clemente, Santa Barbara, Catalina, there had been some really good yellow fishing, some really good sea bass fishing, but that water temp dropped. Some of the guys, like the boys on the Pride, have had some good hits recently. Make sure you diversify your tackle. Make sure you bring some fluorocarbon, and you'll be in really, really great shape. And in the Channel Islands, well, we're getting ready to take off. I'll be shooting a video today. As always, it's a pleasure to have you with us here on the morning briefing with a cup of coffee. And, of course, I can't thank you enough for coming to the channel every single day. Our statistics are going crazy, and I owe that all to you. Thanks so much. All right, so from Ventura Sportfishing, I'll say good morning to you. We're getting ready to take off on the Island Spirit. Have a great day, and we'll see you again really soon.